as you should be, living your life free. I just end the foot in my hand. If you carry out my command. So we shall throw that fault to me, and healing his soul shall it ever be. With fear, spiritual center.
What's up, everybody? This is Sergio from the West Coast, coming at you with MexBox. We took a little bit of a hiatus, as it were, a little break. My girlfriend was off for the summer, so we just kind of hung out and, did a lot of Netflix gaming, as it were. She is a gamer. I will definitely have her as a guest in one of my podcasts, but just a lot of stuff has happened since my last podcast, which I don't do every week. It's not because there isn't enough content going on. I mean, in fact, some of my favorite YouTubers have more than one video a day, but then again, they probably just make a living just doing podcasting and talking about everything Xbox. My goal was always to kind of mess around with the technology that I have. Ideally, I would like to make some, more serious podcasts. I do have a tendency to have quite a bit of representation in the Latino community. I want to be able to gather around with my fellow Latinos and make some serious podcasts to contribute and help out however way we can. And especially now, because even though there are people that I kind of know through gaming that live in Puerto Rico, and and also some Cubans, some Cubanos in Miami. These two places have been hid, and if I was more in touch with activism and the Latino communities, I'd be able to raise more money for the hurricanes that are happening. So, these consequences affect everything. So us as gamers, we tend to help each other out, and just want to do an outreach. Kind of my way of doing kumbaya here on the West Coast, and contributing to the U.S., as it were. The intro that you saw was made in iMovie by me. It's a sample of Combi Christ. It's a pretty cool band. Check it out if you can. I might put in another song next weekend. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I'm not making any money off of it, so it's just a tiny sample. Also with a little intro from Halo Wars 2, which I will definitely talk about. But first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to a fellow YouTuber who is pretty damn big. In fact, he's actually trying to move away from YouTube because he sees more development for his particular brand and channel on Twitch. I have been telling him about Mixer, so maybe he'll do more Mixer content, but Twitch seems to be working for him. It is none other than J-Roar. He's definitely pretty damn famous. So the conversation went like this. He was asking his followers on YouTube what kind of content would he have to do to convert us over to Twitch. And I was like, well, I watch you for DC Comics, so maybe stream more DC games perhaps. And he was like, so you only play DC games and nothing more? I'm like, no. I mean, you're like the best DC YouTuber out there, so naturally I'd be there for streaming DC games, and then he was like, well, I can only do so much DC games, he says that he's played all of them, and playing over and over again, it's kind of boring, and I was like, yeah, I know, I was going to suggest to him that he plays the new content from DC Online, but I'm sure he's kind of tired of that game. So the one game that I thought would be interesting for him to stream would be Batman Dark Tomorrow, which is, damn. It's a very damn difficult game because the mechanics, oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know. They had a lot of inspiration from the source material, from the comics and stuff, but the video game was just kind of it's well known in the video game industry as a kind of a pain in the ass, kind of bad development. And I have it because my sister gave it to me for Christmas, and because it's Batman, and I actually got through like quite a bit of the story. It was hard to do. Basically, if you ever played it, you have to jump from building to building, but the grappling hook doesn't quite work. So what I used to do is like jump and hook, like 1 foot at a time on the span of 10 feet between buildings. I don't know if I was doing it wrong, but there was no other way to do it. But yeah, it was a pain in the butt. So Jay Rohr, then he said, hopefully soon Xbox One can support all the Xbox original games. I wouldn't mind doing all retro games, which is pretty cool, And then I posted a picture of, not my top 6, but the ones that are well known, that I have, I wrote like, yeah, the Ninja Gaiden alone will kill my controller and thumbs. So I posted, Riddick, Butcher Bay, Knights of the Old Republic from Star Wars, Elder Scrolls Morrowind, which I had to find a golden box because I kind of saw that game as our generation's Zelda. So if you remember the golden cartridge from Zelda, I thought Morrowind and the other Elder Scrolls were going to be like that next level. So I went out of my way to find a golden box for it, and I think it's from the Mummy movies, if I'm not mistaken. Also Splinter Cell, that'd be nice. Oh man, I would love to stream some Splinter Cell, some Ninja Gaiden, and the original Battlefront and Battlefront 2. Oh man, whew, those were memories, man. But yeah, he got me rolling. He got me thinking about the original ones because, as everyone knows, we're going to be able to play, original Xbox One games. And this picture that you see over here, I have some subscription discs demos from the original Xbox back in the day. And this picture actually got me some notoriety and applause, because I still kept my disc, man. The only video game that I ever did a midnight release line for was Halo 2. And I think we stayed up until 2 or 3 a.m. because, we were just on the multiplayer, and there was a lot of traffic that release. But we got our cases of Mountain Dew, and it totally worked out the way we wanted. Memories are quite nice. Especially for Halo, man. It's amazing. So this picture here, I posted this on this Facebook page called the DX Mansion. It's a close group. It's one of the groups that I have found where there is some legitimate engagement. People were civil. I've tried to go to other ones, but this one's pretty nice. I'm a DC Comics guy, but they like the DX Mansion, kind of like X-Men, but from DirectX, Direct Xbox. So that's pretty cool. Posted that picture there, and Dorian, big shout out to him. Started talking. He made me an administrator, which is cool. I try to do as much as I can there, but I am studying medical assisting, which is kind of lengthy as it is. A lot of terminology, stuff like that. I also have a DC Comics YouTube blog, kind of like a video channel. I'm also the an admin of another DC Comics site called Men of Steel Fan Gives Hope. Kind of cool stuff. And I have a girlfriend. I have family and friends, and work, man. It's a lot. But the coolest part about this Facebook group is that the Inner Circle Network kind of, took it under its umbrella. They asked if, anybody in the group would like to join their podcasts and their gaming network. And I didn't volunteer because my schedule is already too damn busy. The Inner Circle, I think I subscribed to them when they had some pretty cool interviews from the Xbox guys, and they're pretty legit, Go ahead and give them a like. I liked them before they took over the DX Mansion, or they, not take over, but they kind of brought in the DX Mansion under their umbrella, so it's kind of nice. I mean, I'm kind of new and very, very small on YouTube, so I don't really know who hates who or who has any beef with whom. I'm just here to, this is a kind of something joyful that I do. And it's all because I love Xbox. Xbox is bulletproof. This is my first Xbox ever. I'm pretty sure I've shown it in another podcast, but I like to show it. I put those stickers. They came in a Xbox magazine, and I think that I liked them because I read somewhere that some dad was very angry with his kid and playing Xbox all the time. And he took a shotgun or some kind of pistol. Probably a pistol. Shotgun would have killed the Xbox. Even this giant one, So this angry dad, took his pistol and shot up the Xbox, and he was like, "You're never going to play again." The kid went back home and played it again. So it's the reason why I have it as a bulletproof Xbox, But anyways, 10 minutes in with the intro. Let's get going. Gamescom was pretty damn awesome. The Project Scorpio edition of the Xbox One X, which, a lot of people are like, it's a mouthful. I'm just like, dude, say it with me. X1 X. Simple. I don't think the media has any problem saying PS4. Same thing here. X1 X. Simple, right? And, the coolest thing about Project Scorpio is that, you can still call it the Xbox One X Scorpio if you want to. Doesn't really matter to me, man. This box is really sleek. The Project Scorpio edition is a shout out to the fans. And the outside box definitely kind of harkens back to the original, OG Xbox, my bulletproof Xbox over here. And I kind of, I had it, pulled up the picture for comparison. I'm like, hell yeah, nostalgia. It's awesome. The finish on the console itself is really nice and sleek, but I do feel like there's going to be some really awesome and smart person out there who's going to make a really cool sticker of the OG Xbox and kind of superimpose it to the, X1X. So I might hold on to get that sticker instead. November 7, it's a little bit early for me to buy it. I do have it pre-ordered on Amazon. I haven't paid it yet. It all depends. I mean, I just got a couple of iPhones. One for me, one for my sister. I mean, those things are kind of pricey, and I am paying for her subscription and all of that. But she's awesome. She likes video games too. So hey, man, it's all good. Want to give a shout out to this dude, Braiders 77 UK on Twitter. I think Jamie Moran, shout out to him, posted retweeted this of Assassin's Creed, all those awesome costumes from Gamescom. I mean, I am definitely in depth to Assassin's Creed. I took a giant break from gaming after the first Xbox One, OG edition. Because my friend had the 360 and I would just go play at his house. And at the time I was focusing on, dating. I was living in San Francisco, living on my own, going clubbing, meeting girls, going to barbecues, you name it. I was up and down and all around. So I wasn't really gaming that much. I can honestly tell you that when people met me at the club, and then we kind of went back to my apartment, and they would see like a giant comic book poster. They'd be like, "What the, what the fuck?" They were kind of taken back. So being nerdy and geeky kind of backfired. So when I started to play video games again, Assassin's Creed was the first video game that kind of brought me back the love of gaming. Much in the same way that Halo 4 brought it back for me. I was like, you know what? I like gaming. I like Halo. Hell yes. Let's delve into it. So yeah, that's kind of in a nutshell. Speaking of shells, Taco Bell, man, is doing this awesome promotion here in the US that you can win an Xbox One X. They even matched the green drink in the background. It's probably Mountain Dew or something. So yeah, I am going to be buying a couple of these boxes from, Taco Bell. Funny thing is, people often ask me, because I'm Mexican, people are like, you probably hate Taco Bell, right? It's not really Mexican food. It's more like gringo food. I'm like, well, it depends, man. I have this funny story that I got to tell you. And if you're Latino, man, you're going to laugh your ass off. The first time we got Taco Bell, because I'd never been, we used to eat as a familia. Every Sunday we go to church, as a group, as a family. We talk to our, extended family, like uncles, aunts, and cousins and stuff. And then each family would just go on their own or go to somebody else's houses later on. But usually, we go to a restaurant, as a reward for, church and stuff. So, we go to like all these other restaurants, but never to Taco Bell because we were just like, I don't know, it's gringo food. So we got a couple items, and my mom was like, hey, let's take it home. So we ordered it to go. We ordered a bunch of gorditas and chalupas and, all kinds of stuff, right? It's a nice big family serving. So, we're getting out of the church clothing and stuff. And then it was hella funny because, oh man, we're all kind of like getting rid of our like suits and stuff, our church clothes and stuff. And then my mom is like, in the kitchen, she's moving up and down and just kind of like, getting the pans ready, pan and cooking oil. And we're just like, Mom, what are you doing? She's like, this shit is cold. I'm gonna bake it. I'm gonna fry this shit. And we started laughing because we're like, no, that's the way they eat this food. And she's like, but the tortillas are fucking cold. How do these people not get sick? You're gonna get sick from eating raw tortillas. And we started cracking more, and she was like, look at this lettuce. It's just, I don't know if it's washed. I don't trust it. So my mom, busted out her homemade salsa and just, refried all the beans with her condiments and stuff. And it was just crazy. But yeah, she made Taco Bell bomb. I was like, yeah. That's wonderful, man. God bless her. I miss her. But anyways, that Taco Bell, go out there and get yourself an Xbox opportunity. Definitely go ahead and do so. The other cool thing, Aaron Greenberg tweeted out this picture of Doritos. I think this is from Mexico. Yeah, from Sabritas. So it's green Doritos. I don't know if they're using, the other type of corn, because we do have blue corn, so I don't know if they're using like a special dye, kind of off, but whatever. Maybe they're using aguacate, flavored tortillas for it. That's kind of a hipster food, so maybe they would do that. Aguacate with salsa verde would be nice though. But hey, I don't know what the flavor it is, but damn, if I can get my hands on one of those, man, be nice. Aaron Greenberg has the a picture of Destiny 2 for Xbox on there. I never got into the first one. I tried the demo. I was really looking forward to it, and then I was told it's just going to be a lot of grinding. So I was like, you know what? I got other video games to do. I tried to get one of my buddies to do it, to do co-op, because he was always like, come on, play with me, man. I just got off work and I want to blow some steam. And, for me, I was like, dude, I don't do multiplayer games sometimes, man. Like, I come home from school or work. It's always like, I'm tired of talking to people. I'm just like, I don't want to get into a match online and talk to more people, even if it is my friend, man. I just want to, like, grab a beer and walk in Skyrim or some shit like that, So I didn't like the grinding. But hey, if you like it, that's cool. Seems to be they seem to be doing better this time around. Speaking of lone games that have really cool online playability as well, Forza 7, my god. They got some cool shit, man. We're gonna get an awesome demo on the 19th. I don't know. It seems kind of weird to have the demo on the regular Xbox and Xbox One S, and not the Scorpio or X1X. Because the 7th is really, it's going to show the proudness. There's the graphical fidelity of the new X1X. So I don't know if I want to play the demo. I might give it a shot just to see how far they've come. One of the things about Forza 7 is that I always have to do the lap about 6 or 7 times, just because depending on your vehicle, the handling, you drive differently. If your vehicle is like some state-of-the-art Lamborghini, man, you're going to be driving different than if it's a coupe or a Porsche, So you kind of have to test out multiple times, testing, the track that you're going to be on with your vehicle. So I do it about 4 tracks, and then when it comes to racing, I don't know what my placement is going to be in the race. And I don't know which drivatars I'm going to get, because if you bump into someone like once, the more you bump into people, the more shitty drivers you're going to get in your drivatars. I mean, I try to be aggressive, but not a dick. So I'm always, very surprised with the kind of drivatars that I get. So yeah, it will be awesome to definitely play the demo. I believe they mentioned October 3 release, so I don't know. And what you're seeing is footage from Forza 6. I will definitely show you, Forza 7 if I get the demo, because I think they're going to do some cool tricks, Now, the other thing that we learned in Gamescom was that one of my favorite games, Quantum Break, it's getting the 4K treatment. I was watching Gamescom live. I freaked out on Twitter. I misspelled Quantum Break. I was like Quantum Brack. I don't know. I know that some people like that I freaked out, but I was kind of embarrassed when I forget it. But yeah, Quantum Break is going to be in 4K. That alone, my friends, it's kind of I wouldn't say a vindication of the game, because I don't think the game needed a vindication, but damn, I don't think anyone's gonna be talking shit about this game anymore. I think that 4K, we made it. I finished it already, but I might try it on a harder setting. This particular last boss was kind of a pain in the ass, so we'll see how that goes in 4K. Very excited. Side note, I would also like to mention that I might be giving away some of those copies later on, just because it comes with Alan Wake, and I want my friends to play both of them. Halloween is one of my favorite, holidays. So Alan Wake has become like a Halloween classic for me. That and oh man, Murdered Soul Suspect. Yeah. That game. I got that game just to help out the the developer. I heard that they were kind of struggling, so I bought it day one, and then they closed their doors. It was very sad, but it's one of those games that it wasn't the most groundbreaking gaming experience, but the story itself, man, I freaking loved it. Some of these video games, kind of like Nightmare Creatures. Nightmare Creatures was not like the best gameplay in the world, but you know what? The story was great. So it's kind of like this. I kind of like these two for Halloween. Sorry, went on a tangent. ReCore. ReCore. I already had it. I bought the statue, the special edition and stuff. They upgraded the visuals for free. So what you're seeing here, it's footage from before it was restored, and I'm gonna not interlink, but I'm gonna splice another new footage that I captured after the upgrade for free. And I mean, it looks pretty damn amazing. I mean, the sky alone, that kind of caught me off guard. I'm like, damn, the sky looks pretty. And then I started playing some more, and I noticed the textures on the doors, and the robots and stuff like that. And yes, the loading takes less, so yeah, I'm pretty damn happy. ReCore, it's another, I think that for Christmas, I'm just going to be giving out, Christmas Xbox boxes. The Xmas Xbox box. I'm just gonna put together, all these gifts from my friends. Quantum Break, Alan Wake, ReCore. Just kind of try to get them in the spirit of Xbox, and I think that's how I'm gonna roll. I think that a lot of haters out there who, prefer the PlayStation than don't play Xbox, they're missing out. I have no time to trash PlayStation because I'm quite happy playing, Xbox. I might not be the best gamer in the world, but yeah, I enjoy it. The other one that got upgraded was Halo Wars. It got another graphic. I wouldn't say like 4K, but it will be 4K later on. But it keeps getting upgraded on my Xbox. Uploaded, there's an upgrade for it. I bought the special edition, and they keep giving me content, which is kind of nice. I like to be caught off guard. It's like, what? This thing is updating? What? So I do enjoy it, and that kind of brings us back to this other thing that they have announced keyboard and mouse support soon, which is kind of cool. I already have 4 games that I am going to be using keyboard and mouse for this. I'll definitely be using it for Minecraft. I will also be using it for Halo Wars 2, as I mentioned. It's a cool game, but the click of a mouse is going to be kind of simpler, kind of like Command and Conquer. I'll also be using keyboard and mouse for Star Trek Online. it is pretty damn awesome. Me and my girlfriend been watching Voyager, which is, it's the only Trek that I remember as a kid. It's the one that was on TV, So yeah, I have that one, and then the other one that I definitely want to play. Well, not me personally, but I might give it a shot. It's my sister wants The Sims, for Xbox, so we're gonna use that one, mouse and keyboard for it, because she's used to it. So yeah, it has, it's one of those things where like, I'm not gonna hate on Xbox because they have options. A lot of people, hated on the Wii, and the Wii U, or the, Wii and Wii U, because they're like, oh, I don't like their controllers, blah, blah, blah. But Nintendo has the, the professional controller. I bought it for the Wii U, and I'm like, damn, dude, this is perfect. If you bitch about it, here's another option. Oh, you're going to be bitching about it again? Pfft, screw you. So, I like the fact that Xbox has choices, and it makes sense. It makes sense for some games. Although, I have an Xbox One Elite controller, and that's what I'm going to be using for most of my gaming. Man, I had to pause the recording. There was a ice cream truck outside. Sunny California, man. Yeah, so if you hear a little jingle in the back, ice cream. Anyways, so the other cool things that I want to talk about is I'm really excited for Assassin's Creed's Origin. It's coming out in October, right around my birthday, so I'm probably going to get it for my birthday, but I might hold on playing it until I get X1X, just because there's going to be a longer drawing distance, there's going to be higher, settings, and, it's going to have higher, fidelity in 4K, so why bother, maybe, if I can't get the X1X by, November 7th, why not, make it an Xmas, X1Xmas, that's what I'm saying. So until the, all these new games come out, I have, FIFA 17 for free, via EA Access, which is pretty damn affordable. Look it up yourself. You get a lot of cool games, in the vault. Also, with all this weird political drama between the U.S. and North Korea, oddly enough, I've been playing this video game called Homefront, which is a dystopian future where North Korea has taken over the U.S. I know it's kind of quite poignant to the to the situation that we have. It's actually a pretty decent shooter. It was on sale on Xbox for like $15 or $20. I got the super deluxe edition, so I got all the DLC and stuff for it, and it's kind of cool. I mean, it's I don't know what people expect out of shooters anymore, but I'm having fun with it. I'm probably gonna have a review for it once I beat it, or not. It might turn out to be just crappy, but so far, hey, it's a shooter. I like the setting. What else? I'm also kind of disappointed that Andromeda from the Mass Effect series, they don't have any DLC for it. In fact, they canceled the DLC, but they're still supporting new content for the multiplayer online, which is kind of like, one foot in the grave, one foot, forward, I happen to think this is one of the best video games of the year, simply because I am a Mass Effect fan, so that probably clouds my judgment, but I have seen lesser games, being praised, I mentioned, the last Metal Gear. It had a giant glitch that would delete your entire video game. Yet, 10 out of 10, right? So yeah, people have their favorites. I'm just kind of sad that Andromeda is that one of them for people. I'm also going to be playing Voodoo Vince. It's a throwback to your OG Xbox. It's a remastered game. kind of, suggest you guys play it. But, the other game that's been keeping me busy, it's Injustice 2. Again, there's a lot of fighting in that one, a lot of button smashing. So I take my time with it. I don't want to run out and just kind of do brainless battles online. I mean, I'm not an online person. I'm just gonna, just gonna do me. So that's about it. All that I have covered here. It's a nice little update. I'll probably do one in a week, maybe a couple of weeks. I just don't want to cover all the BS, that a lot of YouTubers, gamers seem to do. Also, I don't like streaming just because I enjoy playing. I don't want to put on a show for people. I ideally, the video game should be the show. There are entertaining people that do it, although Sea of Thieves might be the best one to stream. And if I do, I might use Mixer and let everybody know when that's going to happen. Anyways, this is Sergio from MexBox signing off. Keep it bleeding green, as it were. Later.